together for 8 years, and girlfriend just really doesn't cut it. So life partner is what we do.
Do you guys have plans to get married?
I don't think so.
Majority of my time is spent interacting with dogs, and so it's a little bit odd, but I really love that part of it. I love getting to hang out and play with dogs all day long.
That pisses the dogs off when you clap. Sometimes we do that to them.
What people are doing is incorporating them more in their life because they are their life, you know? So I don't know if you could use the word, are they viewing them as a child? They're just viewing them as, they are my life. I think when you're in the animal world, and again probably in the children's world too, it is it's more than you thought. When somebody's coming in, it's not like the dog, it's us. So they don't separate themselves when they come in here, to be very honest with you. It's a family walking through the door.
This is Son, and then we even have all of his grandparents are like, say hi to my grandson.
Aaron and I are older and just getting married and don't have kids yet, and these guys are like our kids.
Oh, it's definitely more than a pet. Yeah. Another really cool aspect of my job is that I get to deal with dogs who are treated so well. You know, I mean, it's sad there's so many homeless dogs and dogs out there that don't have a great life, and I look at the dogs that my clients have and it's kind of amazing.
What's he thinking? I don't know what he's thinking. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure he's thinking, I love my parents.
I'm sure that's what he's thinking.
Yeah. Actually, he's probably thinking, I can't wait to kill Dad so I have Mom all to myself. Because he definitely likes her more than me, yeah, which is understandable. I always talk about my son at work, and there's been 2 separate stories where people have actually thought that I had a child. Like for like months. I mean like I've worked with me for 6 months, and one day I was talking again about my son. They're like, how old is your son? I was like, oh, he's 7, and this conversation was going in a direction where I was like, oh, it's a basset hound. I don't have an actual child. And they're like, oh my God, I thought you actually had a kid. Like, nope. They have their kids, and they're snot-nosed kids they think are so important, but they're nothing like him. I'm serious. Like, it's offensive that they think that their human children are more important than this one to me.
How old is Bosley?
He is turning 7.
Yeah.
7 years
Yes.
old.
He's turning 7. He's the apple of my eye.
49.
He's a doggy good fellow, for he's a doggy good fellow, for he's a doggy good fellow, which nobody can deny.
Make a wish, son. Okay.
I love her personality. At times it's totally infuriating because she's very stubborn and opinionated, and kind of like her, she wants to be by herself a lot, and I mean, like I said, she won't give me kisses and it drives me crazy, but I also love that part of her, that she is very smart and stubborn and kind of does her own thing. I think it's cool.
Okay. What is your least favorite thing about her?
Her personality, the fact, no. It probably is the fact that she's so darn stubborn. I can't get her to do a lot of things that I want. So, yeah, that probably is my favorite and my least favorite part of her.
I love how they're just full of energy, and it's always positive energy, and it's never, you know, they're never mad or sad or angry at you. They're just always happy, and that's what I love.
It's weird, like, how he can, it sounds so stupid, but he can honestly, like, communicate, like, with his eyes. It sounds preposterous, but, like, he can say so much just by looking at you and being with him for 5 years now. You kind of understand, you know, the mood of him.
If she had a voice, what do you think it would sound like?
We actually joke about this.
We have actually talked about if Bosley had a voice, so what it would sound like.
Well, Dudley has a great humor. Hey, Kristen! I love you, Kristen! Yay!
Guys,
Oh, this tastes good. Oh, I'm gonna sit down now.
we're so mean. That is Dudley's voice.
But he's lovable.
She talked really deep with like a southern accent.
Like a series of pops, clicks.
He just eats an apple in one swallow.
I think the older generation, when they were younger, had all this accessibility either, you know? What was available to that generation that maybe is a 60 and up while they were in their 30s to, you know, 50s, you know? I mean, I had this kind of dog food and healthcare awareness for these animals.
I don't know. They're just, in a weird way, they're like, God, I'm just being so icky tonight. But they're like angels. That's the way I look at it. You know, it's like they're an angel. Like they look out for you. And I don't know.
It's really weird and just like kind of sterile and boring when Bosley's not here. Like if he happens to be with Carrie and I'm not here, or we'll drop in at our friend's house if we're gonna be like gone for a long amount of time.
I don't remember what we used to do to amuse ourselves.
I don't remember
Before we
my
had
life
Jim.
before Bosley.
Yeah.
One day, like, I was just hanging out with him, just staring into his big, beautiful brown eyes, his caramels, and I was looking at him, I was like, I wonder what would happen if I blew in his nose. And I was like, oh, I'll just find out. And when you blow in his nose, it's like a trombone.
That's his most distinguished clothes.
Yeah, look what a look at it, like how he's like just so regal right now.